Clan, Scottish Warrior 92 here, and welcome to some more news about Dragon Age 3. I originally was intending today to film my next episode next season review of Smallville Episode 2. I even have the notes all written out. However, some news has come out about Dragon Age 3 that I just found out about last night, just before I went to bed. Thank you to Denton XV and Dark Signer, I'm assuming, 7 for informing me about this news. Now, some of the news I'm happy about, some of the news I'm a wee bit iffy with. But I'm going to talk about it here, each one is as I was told about it. So the first one is, the first bit of news is that it was confirmed on Twitter by Mr. Mark Laidlaw, that Dragon Age 3's hero will be human, but will have a very detailed background, largely for story reasons, but also for customization. Now, from what I've been able to find out, the main hero of Dragon Age 3 will be human, which is a bit of a disappointment for me, if I'm going to be honest, because I was hoping that they would go back to the more Dragon Age Origins route and maybe have multi-race option, but he has stated that it is for story reasons, which, as long as it makes sense why they're human, then I'm okay with that. It's still a bit disappointing, but I'm okay with it. But what it's saying about backgrounds is, I predicted this. I said that this would probably happen. They mentioned it a while ago as a little hypothetical thing, but they did state that they wanted to introduce backgrounds into the main character of Dragon Age 3. And from what I can gather, from what I've been able to find out, you'll have a choice of a background. You'll actually get to choose the background. I'm thinking that'll also go with your specialization, like what character specialization will you be? Will you be a blood mage? Will you be a Templar? Will you be a chevalier? Because I'm hoping they do chevaliers. Will you be a warrior, rogue, thief, bard? And with your character being called the Inquisitor, that is quite interesting to see what background they go with. Now, what the backgrounds are going to be, it could be anything, but I think it will probably go strongly with the idea of your class as well. Like, there will be probably rogue, warrior, mage, of course, as always, but maybe the backgrounds will be below that, and that'll have to be with your specialization. Say you want to be a blood mage, you be a blood mage, but that'll go into your story, meaning characters will react to you differently. Say you wanted to be a Templar, you could be a Templar, that'll also deal with that. Say you want to be a chevalier, say you wanted to be a bard, say you wanted to be what I normally am, which is normally a thief. That could be interesting, because it'll also help impact the story, which is always fantastic. I do love it when they go into more details. As I said, I'm a bit disappointed that it's just going to be human again, like Dragon Age 2, but as long as it makes sense for the story and it isn't Hawk, I'm okay with it. So that could be really good. I really am liking the sound of this so far. Some ideas for backgrounds I've got, maybe you could be an Antivan Crow, maybe you could be a blood mage apostate would be absolutely fucking fantastic. That would be really tempting to play. But also will get you into, like, what style of play you're going to play. Like, I normally play a rogue for, like, picking locks, being a bit of a thief, and being a bit of a charismatic character. So what backgrounds will they have for rogue? Will they have a Dalish Elf background? Will they have a... Maybe if you choose a Dalish Elf background, you're more of a nature kind of person. Or maybe if you choose an Antivan Crow, things like that. It's really interesting to see what they're going to do. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with these backgrounds. There's a lot of theories flying about them, but as I say, as long as they do the backgrounds, so I have faith in David Gaider especially, and the team that wrote Dragon Age Origins. Not so much Dragon Age 2, but Dragon Age Origins. So as long as they're doing that, that sounds really good. There's some more news that's come out. I'll get on to the next topic, which has come out, is that there will be other races in your party. That is obvious. That's, you kind of guessed that. Mark he also noted that there will be external ways to import without necessarily needing saves. So this one's important for me, in opinion, because they're stating that they're trying to figure out ways out how you can import your saves without having the saves. Because I still have my Dragon Age Origins saves and Dragon Age 2 saves. So this could mean that Dragon Age 3 will be on the next gen consoles. Now, a lot of people have said to me, but if it's on the next gen consoles, how can you transfer your saves? Simply, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can put your saves on a USB stick, you can put them on a cloud server, maybe you can hook up your hard drive, things like that. People need to stop worrying about, like, if it's on the next gen, I won't have my save from Dragon Age Origins. It looks like they're trying to figure a way around that, but a simple way I can think of doing it is, have the saves on a USB. I've got a 32 gig USB over there. I can stick all of my Dragon Age saves on there if I wanted to. And I might do that, because if that's the case that I have to have them on a save, I'll keep them there. And maybe they'll do like a questionnaire at the start. Maybe they'll ask you like this. It would be nice if they could just import your saves, because I still have my save from Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, so it would be nice to see what they can do with that. So the important thing, don't worry, if it's going to be on the next gen, I think they'll figure a way around it. Isn't that hard to transfer saves from Xbox to another system. For fuck's sake, you can do it to Xbox to PC, for fuck's sake. It won't work, but that's how people mod their stuff on Xbox. Other stuff that's came up is, for those who love elves and dwarves, but long term, I'd like to see all 4 races playable again. So they have stated that there is future plans to possibly have, other races and future plans, so that's always good. Thank you, Dark Signer, for that information. Denton has also given me some other information as well. This was at the Edmonton Comic and Entertainment Expo that this was mostly announced. I'm having a quick read here. I probably should read this. The maps will be bigger. That was something that they wanted to state that was going to be had there. Human, blah blah blah. Detailed backgrounds. Apparently, this thing worries me. It states here that throughout the game your character will take control of huge castles and fortresses and use them at your disposal. What does this mean? That is tricky to say. By the sounds of it, we know that Dragon Age 3 is going to be a war. There's no fucking way about it. At the end of Dragon Age 2, it's flat out fucking said, at the end of Asunder, for fuck's sake, it says, guess what? It's war, bitches! Sorry, spoiler! I haven't spoiled too much, but definitely read this. After the events of Asunder, you basically, there's no saving grace. It's war. It is war between the mages and Templars, and you'll probably have to choose which side you're on. There's no middle ground anymore. Sorry, a bit of dust went in my eye there. You'll not be able to, there's no middle ground anymore. There's either mage or Templar. That's your choices. I am excited for this. Maybe with the sounds of this, you'll maybe have to like fortify different buildings, like you did in Dragon Age Awakening, which was, I like that feature, like being able to fortify a thing. Like I upgraded that. I upgraded the keep to the max. I had the best walls, the best weapons, the best armor. I had everything, and I loved that. I really hope they don't go RTS on us, because that would really suck. That style, what they've done with Asunder, with Awakening, I like that style. So you might have a wee, like a dwarf, maybe Bodan, or some other dwarf there who's like, yeah, we need to fix these walls up. I need this, I need that, and I need this. I need 80 sovereign, and I can get these walls impregnable, bitches. No one's getting in these walls. So maybe they'll do that. I would like that. That would be kind of neat, and maybe like I also had a bit more thought into like how do you enforce this? How do you keep this strong? Which I'm really excited for. I really can't wait to see where they're going to do that. I hope they don't go RTS on us where you actually have to place the stuff. I hope it's just the style of Awakening where you get to say, I want this here, I want that there, I want my soldiers here, I want archers there, I want fucking walls to have fucking rows upon rows of boiling oil. I want a moat filled with fucking tar, and then I want a flaming arrow fired at it. I'm kidding. But things like that could be interesting. Now, there isn't a lot of stuff out yet. It's just that there is a couple of screenshots. I'll link them in the description on the BioWare blog, and they do look actually quite interesting. I'll have a quick look at them here. Dark Signer, thank you again for sending me the link to that. I'll leave a link in the description for these. But from what I can see from these screenshots, it looks beautiful. It looks freaking awesome. Most of them are quite interesting. There's one of a keep, which is really nice. It looks like on top of mountains, which is awesome. I'm trying to think what it's called. It's called Concept. So this is mostly concept art. There's one of an open field, and in the background it looks like an army marching. Oh, what fun. And then there's some kind of old buildings surrounded in trees. It looks like elven to me, so maybe we'll be going to the Dales. That would be interesting. But I think that's all I've got to say on the Factor. It's quite interesting to see what they've gone with. Mostly good news. Mostly good news. It looks like they're putting a lot of effort into Dragon Age 3, especially after Mass Effect 3. But I am excited for this. It looks awesome. I cannot wait to see this, get my hands on Dragon Age 3. But from the sounds of it, it does look like it's going to be on the next gen systems, which I said it should be, because otherwise Mass Effect or Dragon Age 3 is going to be multi-fucking disc. So probably on the next gen systems, and don't worry about your saves. You'll be able to transfer them. I can always guarantee it. You'll probably be able to do it via USB or maybe a cloud service. They'll probably do it that way, and it looks like they're trying to figure a way out how you can do it without importing your save, which I don't think will work too well. The only way I can see that working is maybe a questionnaire, or like what previously on Dragon Age Origins, maybe like a comic or something, like they did with Mass Effect 2 on the PS3. They actually done the little digital comic. Maybe they'll do that for Dragon Age 3. Which would be awesome, in my opinion, which would really work out really well. So I meant Mass Effect 2's comic, sorry. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on the Factor. I'm excited, it sounds awesome, and hopefully we'll get some more good news about it. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are about the screenshots and about the whole idea of Dragon Age 3 so far. I'm a bit iffy on it, and they haven't mentioned anything more about the multiplayer or the co-op, which I'm like, thank God. Please, I'm begging you, BioWare, tell EA to go fuck themselves. Please! No multiplayer for Dragon Age 3, I'm sorry, no multiplayer. I'm still pro-choice, as long as it's not compulsory, I'm okay. But I would prefer if it wasn't in there. But that's about it, thank you for watching. As always, I'm Scottish Warren 92, and I'll see you all later. Ciao for now. Mwah.